No, but check it out. I don't want to be too. I'm not telling you about God. I don't want people to think this is the freaking.
Yes, Lord.
What do you who the JWs? Hi. Have you heard the good news about our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ? I'm not that dude.
Well, that's the thing. It's like I don't even need to use religion or God to express the logic.
Dear friends, please forgive us, our emotions. You know, all of this is just too heavy for us.
Even if you're just focusing on science, because science is part of creation. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Science is a part of nature. Nature is a reflection of God's power. I don't even have to talk about God. That's why the law of attraction is amazing, because it lines right up with every fucking religion. But you don't even got to talk about the religion to make a point of how it works. It just does. You see what I'm saying? And
I don't want to be promoting worshiping the law of attraction, though.
Who worships the law of attraction?
These tarot broads be out here worshiping the sun, the moon, the stars, the wind, the sand.
That's not the law of attraction. That's some other weird shit that these bitches just made up on the spot. So how is that promoting it?
They made it up on the spot.
Will worship money, will worship food, will worship a man, a woman. They'll worship anything they just feel like worshiping. Nobody's promoting it. You're just doing that on your own because you're a dumb.
Hey, I've asked you this before, but tell me, what do you think? What is their anger for men? What is the consensus of women? Your anger for men?
Women don't really have no anger for men. Women like men. The only women you hear complaining about men are the women who can't get a man.
The femcells?
They're just whining because they can't get their way. That's all. They're just being kids. I promise you, as soon as somebody is paying them the kind of attention that they want, and they finally feel what it's like, they shut the fuck up. Like Megan and her raggedy ass. You got all these complaints. Oh, I can't find me a good man. Where's the good men at? Nobody likes him. Everybody's a fucking jerk.
You know, for the past 10 years, I've been seeing her with guys off and on. And they've been the kind of guys, you know, that I guess I could say match her level of attraction. Well, not really.
You've been complaining about all of them?
Not really. Well, I should say they match her level of body weight, body mass. They match her like that. I guess you could say they kind of match her attractiveness level. But them dudes would always be gone in like a couple of months or a couple of weeks. Like they'd be in her
Because
pictures.
she's toxic. She's a toxic bitch. Her personality is raggedy. She's entitled. She thinks this has to be staring at me all day long in order to earn my affections. She's an attention-deprived, insecure bitch. And that's her flaw. So none of these want to be around her. And also she picks the wrong kinds of men too. It's a dual thing. She's toxic herself and she attracts toxic to herself. Because ain't no in his right mind gonna put up with her bullshit. You feel me? They're just not. Doesn't matter how pretty she is. So she with niggas who got no respect for a relationship. And they'll tolerate her until she starts getting all clingy and insecure and jealous and loudmouth. And then her attitude will drive these to a nicer chick who will just shut up and sleep with them and not complain so much and doesn't care that he's got a baby mama someplace already. You understand what I'm saying? So she's just stuck in that cycle. That's why she's always complaining about all her exes and boyfriends, because she can't find somebody who's gonna actually respect her and not treat her like that.
10 years later, now she settles for this dude.
For a fat who can't get a chick that looks like her, who won't mind that she herself now has gained weight after 3 or 4 kids, and he's settling for her too. You see what I'm saying? So now with this
wait. Let's say she gained weight for her. She is still an in shape looking chick.
To who? That's what I'm saying. What dude is looking at her and saying she's in shape?
I'm saying she gained weight for her. We know what she looked like pre-children.
Listen, she don't attract the type of no more to herself that her baby daddy looks like, and she knows it. You understand what I'm saying?
I agree with
that. She attracts this with dad bods to herself now. It's a different caliber of men paying her attention. It's 10 years later with 3 kids. It doesn't matter. It's like nobody wants to date your chunky ass with all these kids that don't belong to me.
When I think about it, her first baby dad, he does have the Chris Brown look to him. And I wouldn't be surprised if he still has that look 10 years later.
All them dudes she was messing with before were pretty dudes. You understand what I'm saying? And that's why she liked them. She just liked the way they looked. They didn't have good personalities. They didn't have a work ethic.
Wait, that's what I'm saying. 10 years later, but we know what she looked like. She don't have the quote-unquote body of a girl that Chris Brown would date, type of girl that would be in one of his videos. She doesn't have. She had that when she was 10 years ago, but to a person seeing her for the first time, they might be like, oh, I can work with that. She still could be in the Chris Brown video. You see what I'm saying?
But not with her 3 kids.
Not with the kids can't be in the video.
Are you crazy? What are you talking about?
Nah, the kids can't be in the video.
All that comes with her. She's a lump of luggage. What are you talking about?
A lump of luggage.
I'm
That's true.
dead serious. If she weighs 180 pounds now, add up the pounds of the kids. You got to add that to her weight. You understand what I'm saying?
So she's like 380 pounds.
She's not what she used to be.
So the kids add weight to you.
And then on top of that, the older these girls get, their personalities, they don't get better. They get bitter. You understand what I'm saying?
Oh, that's a good one.
They're not nicer because time has gone on and they're humbling themselves, which they should be, but they're not. You feel me? They're more demanding than they used to be in their 20s when
it's
they're
like
good.
She didn't grow emotionally.
No, she just grew physically. So at this stage, she ain't got no choice but to just settle for whatever dudes will give her the time of day and take on her and her luggage bags and her fat around her stomach. That's not going to get smaller. You think she's going to lose weight now that she got this fat boy? No, he's her excuse to keep eating and get even fatter. You understand what I'm saying?
But in you saying fat, I keep saying she's fat. We know she's fatter. We met her pre-child, any kids. I just don't see her looking
fat
like...
is fat. Am I fatter or am I fat? I'm both. You understand what I'm saying? You're fat, honey. Like, let's just stop playing ourselves. The types of dudes that she used to date wouldn't even look at her twice anymore. They can get way prettier looking girls than her.
Let's say way thinner, way prettier. Pretty is all of that. Length of hair, size, foot length, all of that.
Point blank periods, they can get better looking chicks than her. So, and she knows it because the types of dudes who are approaching her nowadays, women don't go after the men they want. They just pick from the weird dudes that come up and talk to them. Of the guys who are approaching you, this guy was the best you could pick out of the group. That's saying something. You understand what I'm saying? And that's still her settling for him because he's totally a simp. He's happy to have her in his life. He don't know how to talk to girls. So, whatever, she'll let me sleep with her. I'm just going to do whatever she wants me to do.
That guy, not even that dude, just his body shape gave off that kind of energy. Like he's happy with
It's not just his body shape. You can look at him and tell he's much older than her. That's another thing. The guys she was dating before were in her age group. Why did you settle for a dude who's way older than you that you and your girlfriends used to call creeps? You see what I'm saying? I'm too young for him. Why he want to date me?
She was too young for them dudes. At 16, ripe, 17 years old, no children, ripe. She was.
I'm not talking about at that age. She wasn't dating when she was 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 20. How old do you think this girl is today? She almost 30.
Yeah, probably. I mean, we met her...
Come on, man. No.
Like 12 years ago we met her.
She's almost 30 now. Our kid is now 19 years old. And she's way older than him. She was babysitting him.
That is true. She was like, what, 16 when she was babysitting him?
She was dating then. You understand what I'm saying?
True.
So, from the beginning of the time she started to date till now, her personality didn't get any better. She just got more bitter. And the kind of dude that would put up with her distorted looks, her many children that ain't nobody taking care of but herself.
One is many. And
her crappy attitude problem. What kind of guy is gonna put up with that? Who's a normal, sane, hardworking man?
I did see her like screaming on this dude like in public.
In public, you just think that that's normal to do? That's weird. You understand what I'm saying? She hard-headed. She don't want to listen to him. Remember how she used to get when she didn't have her way? How she would just throw a tantrum?
Yeah.
You think that changed? Because she got older? No, it didn't. Most of these women don't mature past their teen years emotionally. So by the time they're in their...
Unless they're paired with a good man.
unless their parents taught them to not act like that. You see what I'm saying? She didn't have good parenting because we saw it with our own two eyes. Her parents were very neglectful. So she thought that was okay behavior to just act like that. And she wasn't paired with no good men all these years. They just dropping babies out of her and then running off someplace. Nobody groomed her to be a healthy-minded young lady. She's got problems. And she knows she's crazy. You understand what I'm saying? So...
that's the worst. A girl that's crazy but knows she's crazy.
They all know they're crazy. There's no crazy bitch that doesn't know she's crazy. She knows. That's why she trying to fool you. If you don't know you're nuts, you wouldn't know to hide it because you don't even think anything's wrong with you. You know you're nuts. That's why you be trying to trick these guys into believing that you're like the Sound of Music lady. And then you date her, and then you're like, oh, hell no, wait a minute,
well, what's some of the ways that these girls trick men?
They pretend that they're not as crazy as they are. In the beginning of the relationship, they act like they're normal. They act like they have sense. They act like, oh, I would never, I'm not that kind of woman. They act like that. And then you start dating them long term. Now your feelings are invested. Now your money is invested. Now your resources get invested. Maybe even got her pregnant by this time. Then it starts coming out. She's mad controlling. She's super insecure. She's very jealous. She's accusatory. She's demanding. Always thinks she's entitled to everything, that whatever she thinks she can demand out of you. Oh man, my worst pet peeve is the kind of girls who like to constantly complain about their man to other people. It's the same thing as like abusive men who will try to isolate their partner.
Yeah.
So they go around telling everybody, oh, she's crazy. Oh, she's nuts. You can't believe a word that come out of her mouth. And he's always complaining about her to people behind her back. He'll do that to set her up. So when she goes running to her family and friends for help, they just looking at her sideways like, I don't want to get involved because the boyfriend already told everybody she's crazy. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is the flip side of that. Women will do that with their boyfriends. They'll go tell all their friends and family what a jerk he is, how horrible he is, how abusive he is, how stupid he is, how lazy he is, what a cheater he is, what a bad father he is.
Yo, that's what my baby mother did to me. She was doing
you know
that.
Exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah, she
she'll kill his reputation.
Right.
So that later on, when it comes out that she's driving him away, everyone will start judging him and be like, oh, you're abandoning your kids?
People thought that about me until they saw me with you, and then it was like, that's when you told me, it's like, because you're supposed to be driving me insane too. Right. That's why they're like,
this sane lady is sticking with this guy and she's happy.
And you're the lady from this store, this elusive girl. This is like exclusive girl that works in this sneaker store, the Jordan girl. She don't talk to nobody, and everybody wants to get to know her. And now you're dating her. I remember when you was telling me that years ago. I was like, "Are you sure?" Like I didn't really even know all this stuff. But
I don't know how it looks to men. I just know how it looks to females. Us women will look at that situation and be like, "How crazy could he be?" Because that girl would not. She don't seem like.
Well, don't you understand when I was telling you? These girls weren't even acting like this. They're coming in the store and they're all talking, smiling. Hi. I thought that they would, because before when I was dating my baby mother, they was like...
They was being standoffish.
But now they're like, oh, well, do you want to see what my boobs look like?
Because your partner is a reflection of you. You see what I'm saying? Why would you date a person like this? I'm going to say because something is wrong with you. You understand what I mean?
And they did know my baby mother from... I'm not from that town. They know her.
They knew she was crazy because I'm telling you, it's not a secret. If you's a crazy chick, everybody know you crazy and you know you crazy. The men may not, but in girl circles, women, no. We're not going to be surprised to find out you burnt this guy's house down.
And as I look back, once she got out of high school and got into adulting, them girls like kind of
stayed away from her.
Moved away from her. Or only what you call them? Go out girlfriends. I need a group of girls to go out with, so I'm not by myself. Here, let me call Adonis's baby mother. We'll all go. But after that,
I heard Bailey Sarian say, the backup girlfriend. She was like, you know what I'm talking about. The friend who you call when your main girlfriend is not available, but you still need somebody to keep you company anyway. So you call her up. You know what I'm talking about, right?
That's
the one that's always available.
Right.
My baby
mother was that, which I didn't, because she had her one homegirl that was her cool girl, and she was always with her. But then I remember another girl telling me, she was like, she was like, where's your dime piece? I said, she don't want to hang out with y'all.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. I said, she don't want to hang out with you lame bitches. She got her homegirl. She's like, maybe because we don't want to hang out with her.
That was her dissing her.
At the time, I was like...
That's the thing about women. We talk subtle. We're not going to just say, where's your fat, ugly girlfriend? We're going to say, where's your dime piece? Because we mean it sarcastically.
I thought she was saying that because I slighted her. Somebody had told me that she liked me, and I was like, oh, her buddy's mad
she was saying what she wanted to say. She just, again, didn't say it in a direct way, because if it goes back to her, she can be like... I said, where's your dime piece? Like, you're pretty. That's what I meant. What are you talking about? He must have misunderstood me. Plausible deniability.
There's a girl that's interested in your man. I'm talking to the women here. You help him by giving him strategies to interpret her speech, because girls don't speak the same way everyone else speaks. We have our own language when we are communicating, and we don't always say what we mean.
The boom,